If you've ever felt like you don't want to continue, like you're at your wit's end, you're lonely, you're miserable, you're unhappy, you're depressed, you just feel absolutely crap and terrible, and you don't want to go on. You don't think it can ever change, you don't think it will ever change. The world is against you and life is just against you. Well, this video is for you. The thing is that when you feel depressed, when you feel miserable, your body wants to live in that depression. As you're feeling those feelings, you think to yourself, we think to ourselves that it can't ever change. But it actually can change. The thing to do to get out of the feeling is the thing that you actually don't want to do while you're in the feeling. Get up, go for a walk, run, change your state, do something that you really enjoy, call a friend. Do something to break your brain out of the painful loop of negativity and misery it is currently stuck in. Something that really works for me is to go to the gym. When you go to the gym, you exercise, you work out, you start to sweat, the blood pumps around your body, your heart starts working, your muscles get sore, they ache, they grow, they swell. All of that changes your state. As you exercise, endorphins begin to flood your body, and those endorphins feel incredible. A great piece of exercise to do is interval training. Interval training is where you'll go on any piece of cardio equipment and you alternate. So for a minute you will sprint, and then for a minute you'll go at a casual pace, and then a minute you will sprint, and then a minute you'll go at a casual pace. Do that for 10 minutes and I absolutely guarantee that by the end of those 10 minutes, when you step off that machine feeling sweaty and exhausted, you will also feel so much better. So much better. Another thing to do actually to get past negative moods and feelings is to sit in the sauna. The sauna is absolutely fantastic, and anybody who knows me knows that I'm a huge and firm advocate for using the sauna for a huge number of reasons. Like, number one, it's been proven to extend longevity. It boosts growth hormone. It boosts brain power. It lowers your risk of dying from more or less anything that you actually can die from. It's one of the healthiest things that you can do for your body. But when you use the sauna consistently, what it also does is it reduces anxiety, nervousness, depression. It boosts your mood. So sit in the sauna. Sit in the sauna 2 to 3 days a week and you'll notice a huge difference in the way that you feel. Another thing to do to get out of a depressed mood is to sit down and list all of the things that are going right with your life, all of the things that you've got to be grateful for. Gratitude, essentially. It might be hard to get that list down at first because you're so trained to see in your life in the negative that it's very tough to actually picture it in the positive. But if you force yourself, if you actually write that list, little by little, you will train your brain to see what's going right in your life, and you will realize that there are things in your life that you take for granted that other people might not have. If you are listening to this video, you're actually in the Western world, which means that you're one of the richest, 20% of people on the planet. You most likely have a home. You most likely have 4 limbs. You most likely have the use of your eyes. You most likely have food. These are all things to be grateful for. Maybe you've got friends and family. Maybe you have your youth. Maybe you have a decent job. Sit down and write a list of the things that you personally can be grateful for, and do that as often as you need to. The final thing that I will say that anyone should do if they're feeling lonely, miserable, depressed is actually to sit with the pain. Because there's 2 sensations. There is the pain that you feel, that signal that lets you know that there's something wrong, but then there is the thought that you have in relation to that pain. And it is the thought that you have in relation to the pain that ironically causes most of your suffering. So you might feel this signal that something's up, and then you tell yourself a huge story about how you're rubbish and how unhappy you are and how life sucks, etc. That is just a story. You don't have to tell yourself that story. you can tell yourself another story. And a great way to see that it is actually just a story is to sit alone with yourself. Sit alone with yourself and face it, but face it dispassionately. Don't buy into what you hear. Don't buy into the negativity. Just look at it for what it is. There is a saying that says, what you resist persists, and what you accept fades away. This is very true. Sit with yourself, as hard as it might be, as much as you might not want to, as much as you might want to distract yourself with anything, music, food, sex, drink, alcohol, drugs, whatever. Sit with yourself dispassionately. Watch your thoughts. Realize that they are just thoughts. Listen to the moments of inspiration that come from your subconscious and tell you what it is that you need to do about this situation that you've actually been ignoring, that you've not allowed yourself to see. And the situation, the mood, the feeling will eventually pass.